You publish your YouTube video, that's great. Now don't make these 8 mistakes because this will ruin your video's performance. So many YouTubers are making these mistakes and they don't even know it. Number 1, don't share your YouTube videos to your family and friends. I know, I've done this too, because we think, okay, we'll get more views that way, right? We'll get more subscribers. Our family and friends will subscribe to our YouTube channel. But the thing is, they may not be your audience. For example, say you have a cooking channel, but your family and friends, they aren't interested in cooking videos. That's not part of their hobbies. They have no interest whatsoever, but they want to support your content. So yes, they'll watch your first video or maybe even your first 2 videos. But after a while, they won't really watch your content because as much as they love you, and they do, right, they aren't interested in that content. So you are actually building an audience which is not interested in your content. So don't share your videos to your family and friends because it can actually hurt your video's performance as well as your channel's performance. And don't take it to heart if, your family and friends aren't interested in your content. They can still love you without being interested in your content. You see, what happens when you share your videos to your family and friends is, for example, you shared it to your family and friends, they watched 50 seconds or a minute of your video. And according to YouTube, that average view duration isn't that high. So they think that your video is not performing well. But maybe your video is a great video. It's just that, as I said, your family and friends may not be interested in your content. Therefore, your video hasn't actually kept their interest. But if your video went to somebody who would be your real audience, they could watch maybe an 8-minute video of yours for 3 minutes or even 4 minutes, indicating to the algorithm that this video has a decent average view duration. Don't constantly check your analytics. I know this is a difficult one. Especially after you publish your video, you want to know, is it performing well? Is it doing as well as the other videos? What number is it? The 1 of 10. Is it like a 1 out of 10 or is it a 9 out of 10? And if it's a 9 out of 10, you feel crappy. If it's a 1 out of 10, you feel good just for a moment until it changes and becomes a 4 out of 10. I know all of this. It is draining, right? But don't overanalyze your analytics because it can be mental torture and you don't need that. You put out this video, you tried, and you're going to learn from it, but don't overanalyze it to the point that if the views are going up, then you feel good. If the views are going down, then you feel crappy. You don't deserve that. Don't equate your worth to your views, okay? So don't overanalyze. Don't obsess. Don't check 20 times in 4 hours. Don't do that to yourself. And my word, all the data is there, so it's so tempting to check all the time. But catch yourself when you are checking obsessively. Stop yourself because it can be an addiction. Yeah, YouTube analytics addiction. Yeah, I said it. It really can be an addiction, but don't do that. And this is a reminder to myself, don't do it. Number 3, don't buy views or subs. Now, I can understand why people would buy views or subs because they think, okay, my YouTube journey is going to just be quicker. I'm going to get views faster. I'm going to get subscribers faster so I can get monetized faster. But this is actually not on because YouTube does not actually allow you to buy views or subs and your channel can get deleted. So do not buy views or subs. And if you did buy views or subs, don't think that this is going to actually help your channel because you are building a fake audience. Your audience is not even really interested in your content. So yes, you may see a rise in your views and your subs initially, but after that, when you put out more content, those views and subs that you put, they aren't going to be watching your future videos. So it's actually detrimental to your YouTube channel if you buy views or subs. Do not do it. And the thing is, YouTube is a slow game. Oh my word, you can move so slowly like a little snail, and it can be torturous. That too can be torturous, but it is a long journey. You can see other YouTubers who, 90 days monetized, all that stuff. But for the far majority, it is a marathon and not a sprint. And I know you hear that often and you're sick of hearing it. But hey, that's the reality. We start this YouTube process and we sometimes think that it can happen overnight. And when it doesn't, we become impatient. And when we become impatient, we look for shortcuts. But really, you just have to put in the effort. You have to create content. You have to be that word, that horrible word that we overuse on YouTube. You have to be consistent. You do. You just do. Number 4, don't delete your videos. So you uploaded your video and you think this video is completely tanked. You only get 2 views after 2 days and you think, no, let me delete this video and then I'll maybe upload it later, or let me delete this video and I'll just create another video. No, don't do that. I know that you think it's the best thing for you to do, but don't. You haven't given it enough time to see how it performs. And even if it doesn't perform well initially, who knows whether it will perform later. I had a video and at first it really wasn't getting many views at all. But then months later, and I mean really months later, it started taking off. So you just don't know. So please give your videos breathing space to see how it performs. And you know what? Maybe your video won't perform later at all, but you're still building a library of videos, right? So that when people come to your YouTube channel, they can see all the content that you created. Yes, some videos will be really fantastic videos. Some videos will be average videos. Some videos will be not that great at all. But they are part of your library of content. And remember, it sometimes really is strange because you may think that your video is not that great, but maybe your viewer found value in it. And that's the thing about YouTube. You have to experiment. And if you keep deleting your videos, it means that you aren't just letting the experiment materialize. So go ahead, create your videos, put it out there, and stop deleting them if they don't perform well. Give your videos a chance. See what happens. Be patient with it. Be patient with yourself. You uploaded your video and again, you are just so sad. Oh, I'm so sad. This video is not performing well. Let me change the title. Let me change the thumbnail. Okay, you change it once. Oh, this video is still not performing well. 2 hours later, let me change the title. Let me change the thumbnail. You do it again and again and again and again. I'm not saying that if you think a video isn't performing well, that you shouldn't change the title and thumbnail. Maybe you should. Maybe that will actually work. But don't change it so often because you, again, aren't giving your video with the title and the thumbnail time to actually see how well it performs or does not perform. So, it takes time to actually see the analytics and it takes time to see, okay, is this video performing well? Should I change the thumbnail? Should I change the title? But don't change it constantly, Again, sometimes we have to let go. You put in the effort, you put in that blood, sweat, and tears. Now let's see what happens. And also think, okay, I'm also going to work on my next video. Sometimes we put in so much energy and effort into one video that we feel the pressure for that video to perform well. And if it doesn't perform well, we feel like, why bother with another video? Why bother trying? And this is why so many YouTubers quit. Because yes, some parts of YouTube, it's easy, but some parts are just difficult, to be honest. Number 6. Don't leave end screens untouched. At the end of your video, you can add an end screen. You can add another video so that people can watch after they've watched your video, which you just uploaded. So you can say, for example, at the end of this video, I'm going to talk about another video, and you'll see how I do that end screen. Are you doing that in your videos? Because a lot of people aren't using their end screens. Now, if a person watches this video of mine and then watches another one, I'm creating more awareness of who I am and that person's getting to know me and my content. And it's also giving me more watch time, more watch hours, right? And you know that as a small YouTuber, you need to get 4,000 watch hours and 1,000 subscribers within a 12-month time frame. So if you aren't putting in those end screens, okay, it it's not helping you. So put in the end screens. Make sure you put in an end screen so that a subscriber, a potential subscriber, can watch your next video. So that a viewer knows, okay, I watched this video, I want to watch another video. And you are suggesting what the next video will be. So go and look at your videos. Are you putting in end screens? Comment below and let me know. Are you guilty of any of these things so far? I know I have been. And where are you watching from? Love to know where you're watching from. It's always interesting. By the way, my name is Kish and I'm a small YouTuber. My YouTube channel is all about what I'm learning about YouTube, the highs and lows and everything in between. And if you are interested in everything that I'm learning as a small YouTuber, do subscribe. Number 7, don't constantly change your YouTube niche. One week you're talking about cooking. The next week you're talking about your sports fitness workout stuff. And then the next week you're talking about how you fix your car. People want to know that when they come to a certain YouTube channel, they understand what the main idea is about the channel. Like when you come to my channel, you'll know it's all about being a small YouTuber. So don't confuse your audience, And sometimes we have shiny object syndrome. We think, okay, this isn't working, so I'm going to go and do this. And okay, that's not working, I'm going to go and do this. And yes, sometimes you can change your channel, you can pivot. But what I'm saying is don't do it every single week. It's tiring for your audience and it's also tiring for yourself. So sometimes you need to also try and create content around your particular niche and do it for a certain amount of time, and see if it resonates with your audience or not. Number 8, after you uploaded your video, don't move on without learning. What do I mean by this? I'm saying your analytics, I said don't become obsessed with them, but at the same time, don't ignore them. Your analytics show you in the first 10 seconds, first 30 seconds, did your viewers drop off? Do you need to create better hooks, meaning in the first 10 seconds to catch your audience, draw them in so that they can watch more of your video? Are your hooks strong? How are you keeping your audience's attention? And look at your click-through rate. Do your thumbnails need to be better? How can you improve your thumbnails? Are you creating too much text on your thumbnails so that people can't actually understand what your thumbnail is about? Remember, people look at your thumbnails on their phones as well as the desktop as well as TVs. So when a person looks at your thumbnails on a phone, can they easily understand it? Look at your analytics. Where's your audience from? What age are they? You can find out all of this from your analytics. So on the one hand, don't be obsessive about your analytics, but on the other hand, learn to understand your analytics. What are your top performing videos? Can you create more content around your top performing videos? If you had a video about sewing, for example, right? Beginner's guide to sewing, and that video performed well. Can you create more beginner content? Because that's resonating with your audience. So have a look at your top performing content. So don't just create, but aim to create better content every time. Learn to improve every time with every video that you upload. What can you learn from the video that you have uploaded? What can you do better? Maybe you realize that you need to sound more natural when you're talking on camera. Guess what? That takes time. And how can you get better at talking on camera? You can create more videos so that eventually you feel more relaxed. You don't feel so robotic. You can even do a little dance in your chair. And trust me, I have created so many videos on this particular YouTube channel. This YouTube channel of mine, I've created over 100 videos. And initially, I was so robotic. And I think now I'm a bit more relaxed, but I still think I need to be even more relaxed on camera. I think I still need to be more of myself. And all of that comes through practice. YouTube takes time. Building new skills takes time. Learning about this platform takes time. And sometimes in life, we want to rush things. We just want to see the end goal, right? We want to be there. And in turn, we put so much pressure on ourselves to make it. So this is just a reminder to you to enjoy the process, enjoy the journey. The destination, I'm not saying you'll definitely be monetized. I'm not saying you'll be a successful YouTuber. But what I am saying to you is enjoy this process of creating content. So be sure to not do these 8 things after uploading your YouTube videos. And also sometimes you may feel like, you may say to me, Kish, well, I just don't feel like recording videos because I don't like the way that I look today. I'm not feeling my best. I created a video about that. Go and watch that next. You see, that's the use of end screens, people. That's the use of end screens. And have a beautiful week. Take great care of yourself.